This is a 2007 Acura TSX. I'm going to use it for a donor car. I will be using everything I can out of this car put into this, a 1970 Volkswagen Karmann Ghia. I know what you're thinking, but before you get mad, hear me out. Let's start with the Karmann Ghia, since I know that's where I'm going to catch the most flack from. First off, this Karmann Ghia was for sale for a long time because nobody wanted it, and there's a reason for it. I mean, yes, it's a great looking car, it really is, and it's fantastic for what I'm going to do to it. But as a restoration project, not so much. This car is nothing but a shell. And when I say nothing but a shell, I mean there is nothing else in this car but a steering wheel and the suspension, and that's it. And when it comes to collector value and for restoring a car, you really need all that stuff, because it would cost you about 20 grand just for the interior stuff. And you're literally talking about a major expense getting all this stuff that this car is missing. That's number one. Number two is this. It's also missing the engine and the transaxle. So the only thing this car is basically a suspension and a shell with some of the exterior pieces like glass. That's it. There's nothing else in this car. Oh, and a steering wheel, but that's it. There's no wiring in it. There's nothing in this car. The biggest problem this causes in a restoration is the value just tanks. A restoration car without its original motor and transaxle is worth about $40,000 less than one that's been fully restored and is in immaculate condition with the original motor and transmission. You can get these cars between $12,000 and $22,000. They're in decent shape. Most of them won't have the original motor and transmission in them. And again, whenever you're spending $22,000 on an interior, why would you do that? You know, when you can buy the whole car, pretty much. So those are the reasons why this car didn't sell at $4,000. I got it at $3,700. I think it was a good deal for me, bad deal for anybody else. Let's talk about the Acura. So the Acura is probably a nice, decent daily driver. Honestly, it looks great on the outside. The guy took care of the car pretty well. He changed the oil. Everything else kind of fell apart on the car. The used car market the way it is, you know, the car would be worth probably about $4,500, but with the market the way it is right now, I basically gave about between $7,500 and $8,000 for the car. But I happened to have another car I was selling, and the guy wanted that car, so I kind of got lucky and got rid of a car I didn't want and got a car that I wanted out of the deal. So that's kind of how that worked out. So I take a perfectly running good car, not perfectly, but running good car, and basically chop it up, use pieces, whatever out of it, and all this other stuff. Well, the simple fact is value. I mean, if I was to go buy all the stuff at junkyards and whatever and get wiring harnesses and everything I'm going to get out of this car, it would cost me a fortune to get all this stuff separately, individually. I'm literally going to use everything out of this car. I'm even thinking that I can have ABS brakes in the car when I'm done. Another thing is, I know what works and what doesn't work. I know the AC needs to be replaced in it. So I already know the expenses to expect up front, and that's a benefit to me. So leave a comment, like, subscribe, tell me what you think. I do have plans to post some videos with more detail in them about each car and how I got them and all these different things. So like, subscribe, and make sure to click the bell, because I'm not going to have these videos on a regular basis. It's going to be one here and there, and the bell will give you a notification as to when they're going to come out. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.